Hello everyone, my name is Dian Safitri. My student ID is 20018126. In this video, I will present my final project, English for Science and Technology. Okay, without further ado, I will present my PowerPoint that I have made. The presentation consists of two parts. The first one is what is EfST, and the second one I will explain my lesson plan that I have made for the course of English for Science and Technology. Okay, first let's discuss EfST, which has 3 points of explanation. The first one is technology and science, second one is ESP, and then the third one is EfST. Let's come to the first point. Raja and Naga Subramani in 2018 states that in 21st century is often considered the era of technology. Technology currently plays a very important role in our life. This is seen as the basis for economic growth. The impact of technology can be felt in every possible field, one of which is education. Today's modern students prefer to use technology as seen from the use of modern equipment and tools. Learning and student interactivity have increased. The transfer of knowledge become very easy and comfortable as well as effective. This means that our minds now tend to work faster when assisted by the use of technology. In any part of life, this is what we are talking about education. Utilization of technology includes the following one. The first one is internet connection and connectivity all the time. And then the next is using a projector and visuals. And the last is online degrees with the use of technology. However, everything has good and bad impacts. Therefore, knowledge is very necessary in all aspects. With knowledge, a person will be able to differentiate between right and wrong and will make a person wiser in dealing with every problem it occurs. Okay, now let's discuss point number 2, ESP, or English for Specific Purpose. Do you know what is ESP? According to some prominent individuals, on 1990, in some nations, learning English to contribute to the development of a community or a region is a central goal. One of the figures who contributed to the emergence of ESP was Peter Stevens. Stevens states the study of language for specific purpose has long and varied history. Peter Stevens on 1998 one focused on learners' need and was no time relevant to the learners and successful in imparting knowledge. These are the things that underlie the emergence of ESP. So, English for Specific Purposes is a branch of English language teaching that aims to teach students that the language needed to perform in certain roles. ESP students include those working in the areas of business, aviation, medicine, law, science, technology, hotel, and tourism. That is a brief explanation about technology and science, then ESP. And then we come to the discussion of the final point, that is EfST. As I explained in the previous point, science and technology is one branch of ESP. English for Science and Technology has developed into an important variety of modern English with its unique characteristic that contribute the style of science and technology materials. English for Science and Technology, or EfST, generally refers to English that used in scientific publication, papers, textbooks, technical reports, and academic lectures. art, etc. And the next point of my presentation is I will explain my lesson plan that I have made for English for Science and Technology course. The material I chose was analytical exposition text with the theme actual issues. This material is found in Basic Competence 3.4, second grade of senior high school. For the core competencies, please pause this video and read it yourself because it's quite long to read. The core consists of spiritual and social competencies. Okay, now I will continue to the basic competence, which consists of knowledge and skill competencies along with the indicator achievement. Number 3.4.1 is determine the social function, text structure, and language feature of spoken and written analytical exposition text related to the actual issues according to the context of their use. 3.4.2 is comparing the social function, text structure, and language features of spoken and written analytical exposition text related to actual issues according to the context of their use. Basic competence 4.4. There are 3 indicator achievement. 4.4.1.1 is understand the contents of spoken and written analytical exposition text related to actual issues by paying attention to social function, text structure, and language feature correctly and according to the context. 4.4.2.1 Rearranging spoken and written analytical exposition text related to the current issues by paying attention to social function, text structure, and language features correctly and according to the context. For the last indicator achievement, there create spoken and written analytical exposition text related to the current issues by paying attention to social function, language feature, and text structure correctly and according to the context. In the learning objective, there are 4 points through the scientific approach with problem-based learning via image, video, and PowerPoint slideshows. Students are expected to be able to 1. Determine the social function, text structure, and language features of spoken and written analytical exposition text related to the actual issues according to the context of their use. 2. Comparing the social function, text structure, and language feature of spoken and written analytical exposition text related to actual issues according to the context of their use. 3. Understand the contents of spoken and written analytical exposition text related to actual issues by paying attention to social function, text structure, and language features correctly and according to context. 4. Rearranging spoken and written analytical exposition text related to the current issues by paying attention to social function, text structure, and language features correctly and according to context. And the last 5. Create spoken and written analytical exposition text related to the current issues by paying attention to social function, text structure, and language features correctly and according to the context. And the next is learning steps. In this lesson plan, I made for one meeting. And then there are preliminary activities, core activities, and closing activities. For the preliminary activities, is need 5 minutes. The teacher greet the student, then continue with prayer to start the lesson, and then checking student attendance as a disciplinary attitude. In the perception step, is teacher relate the material or themes or learning activities that will be carried out with students' experiences in everyday life. And then teacher ask several questions to the student to find out students' basic knowledge about analytical exposition text material. There are some questions that can be asked include the following. Have you ever had an argument? Second, what is it about? Is the topic is a current issue? And then the last question is, have you ever tried to convince someone to agree with you? For the core activities is start by literacy activities. In these activities, students will observe and then given motivation or stimulation to focus attention on the topic. That is analytical exposition text. Students will formulate questions related to the social function, text structure, and language feature in the video that has been shown. And then the point is, what is the video about? And then, is it topic of the discussion in the video around us? And the last following question is, does anyone in your family smoke? Because in this material, I choose about the danger of smoking. One of the reasons why I chose this topic as learning material in the lesson plan is because cigarettes are still an actual issue in our lives, coupled with the endless development of brands and types. I think this topic is also suitable for English for Science and Technology because meets the knowledge and technology requirements. I think that's all of the final project presentation, English for Science and Technology. I apologize if there are any errors in my pronunciation or delivery from start to finish. And thank you for your attention. See you next time. Bye!